Are you letting your emotions run your life? Have you ever felt overwhelmed, desperately seeking a moment of peace in the chaos? In those moments, do you find yourself reacting out of emotion rather than acting with intention? Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This wisdom tells us that the key to controlling our emotions lies within us, not in the outside world. Let's consider a scenario. You're at work, and a project you care deeply about hits a major problem. Your boss shows disappointment, and suddenly you feel criticized. Your stomach churns, your pulse quickens, and you're stuck in a cycle of frustration. It feels like the world is against you. But have you ever wondered why some people stay calm in these situations while others fall apart? What if the difference isn't in the challenges themselves, but in how we respond to them? Imagine understanding that the real struggle is not the external problem, but how we react to it. Many of us deal with overwhelming stress and negativity, feeling as if we're stuck. This frustration often makes us feel like we're failing, both at work and in our personal lives. But what if there was a way to break free from these emotional traps? What if you could change impulsive emotional reactions into thoughtful responses, becoming the leader, partner, and person you want to be? In today's video, you will learn practical tips that will help you gain emotional stability, self-awareness, and resilience. By exploring the ancient teachings of Stoicism, we will learn how to build emotional maturity. Imagine using the moment between an event and your reaction to gain control. Picture Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic Roman emperor, managing the endless demands of his vast empire. Despite the constant chaos around him, he finds inner peace. He stays calm and prioritizes mental strength over external problems. In this video, we'll break down Stoic principles to unlock emotional maturity. We will start by talking about inner peace, then move on to self-awareness and resilience. You'll learn to turn emotional reactions into thoughtful responses, making moments of frustration into chances for growth. Think about this. How often do you let external pressures mess with your inner peace? What changes could happen in your life if you controlled your reactions? Consider these questions as we go deeper, and imagine a life full of emotional stability and maturity. Remember, here at Stoic Philosophy, we aim to help you lead a more balanced and fulfilling life. So, stay with us, because today's tips could help you become the emotionally intelligent leader you've always wanted to be. Follow us at Stoic Philosophy to improve your journey toward becoming a stronger, more emotionally intelligent person. With each Stoic principle you apply to your life, you'll find a clearer path to your highest potential. Stay with us, and let's start this journey together. Part 1. The Foundation of Emotional Maturity. Chapter 1. The Power of Inner Peace. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." How often do you let outside events control your feelings? Picture this. You're at work, and suddenly, a project you've worked on for months faces an unexpected problem. Your boss is unhappy, and you feel criticized. What happens next? Your stomach churns, maybe your pulse quickens. Your mind loops around the frustration and disappointment. Naturally, you react quickly, maybe with anger or discouragement. Here's a Stoic idea to think about. Emotional maturity starts not with controlling our first feelings, but with managing our reactions to them. The power lies in the moment between what happens to us and how we react. Imagine taking a deep breath, pausing, and then calmly thinking about the situation. What might you do differently? Picture Marcus Aurelius himself, perhaps sitting in a quiet room, the weight of an empire on his shoulders, thinking about this very idea. Despite the chaos around him, he stays calm, focusing on his inner peace. Reflective question. How often do you let outside pressures disturb your inner peace? What could change in your life if you learn to control your reactions? Chapter 2. The Art of Self-Awareness. Seneca said, No man is free who is not master of himself. Are you truly aware of your thoughts, emotions, and actions? Think about your busy day. You jump from one task to another, barely stopping to reflect. But here's a secret. Daily reflection isn't about finding fault in yourself, it's about understanding. It is the gentle act of watching yourself without judgment. Imagine keeping a journal. Each evening, take a moment to write down your emotional responses from the day. Did you snap at a colleague? What made you impatient? Notice these moments of emotional trouble without blame, just asking gently, as if speaking to a dear friend. Think of Seneca, sitting at his desk, writing letters filled with wisdom. These were not just notes, but reflections on his thoughts, helping him master himself. Reflective question. How do you currently reflect on your day? What improvements might happen if you made self-awareness a daily habit? Chapter 3. Building resilience. Epictetus reminds us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. How resilient are you when faced with adversity? Everyone faces challenges, but what turns these moments into personal growth is resilience. Visualize Cato the Younger, standing alone in the Roman Senate, firm and strong, despite facing danger. His resilience wasn't born out of ignoring adversity, but through a conscious decision to act with integrity and virtue. Let's bring this idea into our lives. Think of a recent challenge you faced. Maybe it was a health scare, job loss, or a personal betrayal. Imagine going through this with a prepared mind, a heart made stronger by resilience. Now, consider building your own resilience plan. Write down possible challenges in your life and create thoughtful responses based on Stoic ideas. Be ready, like a warrior sharpening his sword before the battle. Reflective question. Think about a recent challenge. How could practicing resilience have changed the outcome? In each of these situations, you're not being asked to disconnect from your emotions, but to recognize them, understand them, and then choose your best response. Stoicism doesn't numb you, it empowers you. It is about strengthening the mind, finding peace through awareness, and steadily building resilience. Through these practices, you set the foundation for a life marked by emotional maturity, stability, and deep inner strength. Imagine the kind of leader, partner, and friend you could become with these principles guiding you. Think about it. How would your life change? Part 2. Developing emotional stability. Chapter 4. Mastering emotional control. Seneca once said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Are you in control, or are your emotions controlling you? Emotional control is very important in Stoic practice. Imagine a rough sea with huge waves. Now think of a strong lighthouse standing firm and unaffected. Our minds can be like the sea, driven by emotions, but with practice, we can become like the lighthouse, steady and in control. One strong Stoic technique is to know what we can control and what we can't. This exercise is called premeditatio malorum, or thinking ahead of evils. It means imagining the worst that could happen. By doing this, we take away the fear these events hold over us. Try this each day. Imagine a stressful situation, like getting sudden criticism at work or a financial issue. Think about the details. What can you really control? Maybe it's your reaction, your preparations, or your ability to find solutions. This practice reduces fear and anxiety over time. Reflective question. What can you focus on more to reduce emotional stress in situations you can't control? Chapter 5. Cultivating patience and tolerance. Imagine being calm even when someone is in a bad mood or criticizes you. Can you stay calm when provoked? Think of a time when someone's harsh words or negative attitude affected you. It's easy to react with anger or hurt. Now think of Socrates, the great thinker, during his trial. He faced false accusations and possible death, but he stayed calm and showed patience. Patience doesn't mean accepting mistreatment. It's about understanding and responding thoughtfully. In tense moments, Practice active listening. Hear what the other person is saying without judging or reacting defensively. Let their words pass through you like wind through trees. Imagine a conversation where you felt provoked. Instead of reacting strongly, try pausing and thinking. How might the outcome change? Patience can turn conflicts into chances for growth and understanding. Reflective question. Can you identify moments where impatience has hurt your relationships? And how could a patient approach have changed things? Chapter 6. Practicing gratitude. Epictetus says, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." How often do you acknowledge what you're grateful for? Think about the power of gratitude. Imagine ending your day focusing not on what went wrong, but on what went right. Stoics believed gratitude fights negativity and balances emotions. Start a gratitude journal. Each day, write down 3 things you are thankful for. Maybe it's a warm cup of coffee, a kind word from a friend, or the comfort of your bed. Think about why these moments matter to you. Over time, this habit shifts your focus from what's missing to the good things in your life. Think of Marcus Aurelius, writing grateful thoughts in his journal, finding happy moments as an emperor. Reflective question. How would a gratitude practice change your view on daily stresses? By using the Stoic ideas of mastering emotional control, building patience, and practicing gratitude, we develop emotional stability. These methods help us handle life's storms better. Think about how a week of premeditatio malorum, patient reflection, and daily gratitude might change your reactions, relationships, and overall well-being. Imagine becoming a stable, calm, and grateful person. Reflect on these practices and think, what small changes can you start today? Part 3. Strengthening leadership through emotional maturity. Chapter 7. Leading by example. Marcus Aurelius says, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." How are you showing emotional maturity in your leadership? Can you recall a time when someone's actions spoke louder than their words? Emotionally mature leaders inspire not through grand speeches, but through their actions. Imagine Marcus Aurelius during the Antonine Plague. Instead of despair, he led calmly and kindly. Leading by example starts with being real and emotionally mature. Think about your leadership roles. Are you reacting quickly or with calm during tough times? Imagine staying calm and making wise decisions even when everything feels chaotic. Picture this. Your team faces a major setback. Instead of showing frustration, you take a deep breath, look at the situation, and offer a clear, calm plan. Your team feels supported and motivated rather than stressed. Reflective question. Which areas of your leadership could benefit from stronger emotional maturity, and how can you start making those changes? Chapter 8. Effective communication. Seneca said, "Speech is the mirror of the mind." Are you communicating your thoughts and emotions effectively and maturely? Think back to a difficult conversation you had. Was it filled with misunderstandings and strong emotions? Effective communication is a sign of emotional maturity, focusing on clarity, empathy, and patience. Consider how diplomats resolve conflicts. They don't shout or rush to conclusions. Instead, they listen, understand, and respond thoughtfully. Imagine approaching a difficult conversation the same way. You maintain eye contact, nodding as the other person speaks, reflecting their feelings before offering your perspective. Let's look at a historical example. When dealing with his army, Marcus Aurelius spoke clearly and calmly, even in tough times. He made sure his words encouraged, not discouraged. Reflective question. How can improved communication enhance your relationships at work and home? Exercise. Practice the art of effective persuasion. Focus on being clear, brief, and kind. Try this during your next important conversation and notice any changes. Chapter 9. Building trust and respect. Aristotle said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Are you consistently building trust and respect in your relationships? Trust and respect are built through steady actions and words. Picture building a strong tower, one brick at a time. Each reliable action adds to the foundation of trust. Think about Marcus Aurelius again. His actions in both war and peace earned him respect and trust. He didn't just speak about good values, he lived them daily. Now look at your life. Are there moments where your actions don't match your words? Think of a time when you promised something but didn't follow through. How did that affect the relationship? Reflective question. What steps can you take to ensure your actions consistently build trust in your relationships? Exercise. Identify areas where your actions can better match your values. Make a conscious effort to be reliable, consistent, and true to your word. Reflect on these changes weekly, noticing any shifts in your relationships. By being real, communicating clearly, and acting with integrity, you can greatly strengthen your leadership through emotional maturity. Imagine the respect and trust you can build within your team, family, and community. Reflect on these principles in your daily interactions and start leading by example. What small actions will you take today to begin this transformative journey? Part 4. Creating a life of purpose and impact. Chapter 10. Aligning actions with values. Marcus Aurelius once said, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." Are your daily actions matching your core values? Imagine a compass guiding a ship through unknown waters. Your values are your compass, helping you make decisions. When your actions match your values, you move smoothly and purposefully. But if you go against your values, you might feel lost and unhappy. Think about your daily choices. Do they reflect your key values, or are they driven by others' opinions and temporary desires? Remember Marcus Aurelius, who always returned to his Stoic values, guiding his actions by what he believed was right and fair. Try keeping a values checklist. Each morning, think about your core values: honesty, kindness, perseverance, and so on. Throughout the day, as you make decisions big and small, ask yourself if they align with these values. In the evening, reflect and see if you stayed true to your values. This ensures your daily actions move you closer to your long-term goals. Reflective question. How often do you check your actions to make sure they match your values and long-term goals? Chapter 11. Serving a greater good. Seneca said, "Live for others if you want to live for yourself." How are you helping the greater good? Picture the ripples made when a pebble is dropped into a pond. Your actions are like that pebble, creating ripples that extend beyond yourself. In Stoic philosophy, this ripple effect is about serving not just your own interests, but also helping the community. Think of famous Stoic philosophers like Epictetus and Seneca, who spent much of their lives teaching and helping society. Their wisdom continues to benefit people today. Find a cause or community mission that matters to you. Maybe it's supporting local education, volunteering at shelters, or caring for the environment. Start with small, actionable steps. These efforts not only help the community, but also make your own life more meaningful. Reflective question. How can you start helping the greater good today? Chapter 12. The legacy of a virtuous life. Imagine leaving a legacy based on virtue, wisdom, and emotional strength. What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? Think ahead, 50 years from now. What stories will people share about you? A legacy isn't just about achievements. It's about the virtues you lived by, the wisdom you shared, and the emotional strength you showed. Consider the legacies of Stoic figures like Marcus Aurelius, whose writings continue to inspire many people. Their impactful lives were based on strong commitment to Stoic virtues like justice, courage, self-control, and wisdom. Write a personal mission statement. Outline the values and impacts you wish to leave on the world. Reflect on this statement regularly, using it to guide your daily actions and long-term goals. Each step you take aligned with virtue, builds that lasting legacy. Reflective question: what changes can you make today to ensure your legacy aligns with the virtues you cherish? Creating a life of purpose and impact is an ongoing journey of aligning actions with values, helping greater causes, and building a legacy of virtue. Imagine becoming a beacon of strength and wisdom, inspiring others long after you're gone. Reflect on these principles and think about the small yet significant steps you can take today to walk this path. Now, it's time for us to move from understanding to action. If we don't act on information, it fades and rarely makes us change. By consistently practicing these Stoic ideas, we can become more resilient and virtuous. Here's how to start turning these principles into daily actions to become more emotionally mature and strong. Focus on one principle. Start by focusing on just one principle we've talked about. Mastering one area before moving to others ensures depth and effectiveness, preventing you from feeling overwhelmed. Pick a principle that fits your current life circumstances and give it your full attention. Recommended starting points. 1. Building resilience. Start by practicing premeditatio malorum daily. Each morning, think about potential problems and plan your calm, virtuous responses. This habit can greatly reduce your fears and anxiety. 2. Practicing gratitude. Start a gratitude journal. Write 3 things you are thankful for every night. Over time, this will shift your perspective to see abundance instead of scarcity, enriching your emotional well-being. 3. Self-awareness. End each day with a 10-minute reflection. Think about your emotional responses and interactions. Write these down objectively. This practice, like Seneca's letter writing, helps you understand yourself better. Make a public commitment. Declare your focus publicly to solidify your commitment. Share your chosen principle in the comments below and commit to practicing it diligently over the next few weeks. Public declarations create accountability, making you more likely to follow through. It also allows our community to support and celebrate your efforts. Brainstorm daily actions. Break down your chosen principle into small, winnable actions that you can add to your daily routines. These small steps will build momentum and help you stay committed. Examples for daily actions: resilience, morning reflection on potential challenges and your Stoic responses. Daily journaling about your reactions to the day's problems, noting where you succeeded and where you didn't. Gratitude. Writing 3 specific things you're grateful for each day and why they matter. Sharing a moment of gratitude with someone else daily, possibly improving their mood too. Self-awareness. Set alarms to pause 3 times daily and check in with your current emotional state. Reflect each evening, noting emotional highs and lows without judgment. We would love to help you identify these steps that match your chosen principle if you share them in the comments. Track your progress. Create a way to monitor your progress and regularly reflect on your growth. Establishing a review ritual will help you stay on track and show you how to improve your approach. Methods to track progress. 1. Daily journaling. Note your small victories and areas needing improvement. End each entry with a reflection on progress. 2. Weekly reviews. Pick a specific day to review your journal entries. Look for patterns and celebrate your growth, no matter how small. 3. Accountability. Buddy. Find a peer with similar goals. Share updates and give each other constructive feedback and encouragement. As you start, take your first action right away. Share with us below the principle you will focus on and your initial steps. Engaging with our community can increase your commitment and let us offer support on this journey. Thank you for being a part of our journey at Stoic Philosophy. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future insights and practical advice. Let's take these steps together towards becoming the resilient, wise, and virtuous individuals we aim to be.